Addiction, a problem for the human being. Addiction to alcohol, addiction to drugs, and right now we have an addiction that just came in, very subtle, and it's around the world, causing troubles around the world, and people are not even aware of it. Psychologists are not even putting it on the books yet. However, it's here. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Frank Quiñiguez. I am the ambassador of reading, and today's topic is a frightening topic. It's called addiction. And the way I came up with this topic is because, or the reason why I came up with this topic is because I got to work with this wonderful principal, Ms. Valles, and she says, you know, I want you to see this movie and tell me what you think about it. And the name of the movie is The Social Dilemma. And I said, well, yeah, I'll go check it out. And that same day I went and it's on Netflix and I watched it. It is scary. It talks about addiction. And you know, before I came onto the set, I do my little research, I put it together and I go, okay, this is the way I'm going to develop it. So I looked up the word addiction, the definition of addiction, and I went through the psychology area to look up the definition. And it said, I should have just wrote it and read it to you, but paraphrasing, it said that an addiction is something that causes problems for the person himself or for the family, or cannot function at the work. And I said, wow, addiction. And after watching The Social Dilemma, we are in big trouble as a planet. There's a big, huge addiction, and it's not alcohol that's causing, well, even though it does cause some problems, drugs cause some problems, gambling causes problems, but this one is getting everybody, from the young to the old. It's getting everybody. So when I saw it, it's very scary because the definition that I read, the study went up to 2013. And guess what? At around 2010, we started with all the social networks started getting really big at around 2010, and then it took off from there. And the people that put them together, that were able to put many of the social networks, got together to put this movie called The Social Dilemma together, and they said, we have a problem. We thought we were going to do something great, but now we have a problem because what we have done is we have created machines that self-adjust, and we have gotten to the point that people are puppets on a string, and they can actually make them do whatever they want. Imagine, they can do whatever they want. I bet you we can make them click within the next 2 minutes or whatever, 3 minutes, whatever they call it. And sure enough, the person clicks. They have come up with video games. I'm afraid they're going to come up, and it's probably out there already, gambling on the phone. I don't know if it is, but it's like gambling. You can't stop. I'm going to get it on the next one. I'm going to get it on the next one. I'm going to get it on the next one. And they study how the brain works, to the point that now machines self-adjust and people are super addicted. And addiction causes problem for the person or the family, or it affects them to go to work. And guess what? Those machines, man, it's causing problems in the marriages and the relationships. It's causing problems in their health. People are so distracted nowadays. They're so addicted they can't even let it go. Now that I get to travel to different places, I was in Vegas one time. And this lady, she said she was sitting on a sofa right next to a machine. She wasn't playing, but she was on her phone. She was asleep. She was going like this, and she was asleep. All of a sudden, it slowed down to the point that she dropped her phone. And I thought, okay, she dropped it. She got up, she bent down and she got it and she picked it up. And I thought she was going to put it away and walk away or something. She picked it up, opened her eyes, and she went back. I guess she couldn't stop. That's crazy. And now, the people in the Social Dilemma movie, they say that they brought different brains. Of course, they bring engineers for computer programming, and they bring psychologists. They want to know how you think, and we human beings think in pictures. And so when they ask themselves, how can we monetize it? It's commercials. We think in pictures. So when I say car, you don't spell the word car, C-A-R, oh, car. No. When I say car, all of you go to your car and you think about your car. Or if I say home, you go to your home and you think about your home, unless you specifically think, okay, I'm going to think of my uncle's home or my friend's home. But for the most part, when I say home, you go to your home. When I say car, you go to your car. Well, when you're watching your friend's picture, or you're watching whatever it is you're watching, they have commercials on the bottom, on the top, on the side, on the other side. Many times on the YouTube channels, there's people that have 2-minute segments, commercials, 2-minute segments, commercials. But the way they explain it is just so amazing. They don't even have to speak as long as they have a picture, because it goes into your brain. And I'm thinking, man, we have a major problem. Now, if we're just going to talk about the problem, well, we talked about the problem. But I'm thinking, what can we do? How can we make it different? If you're a parent or you're a teacher, let's talk to our children. Let's pay more attention to the children. Now that we have this problem going around worldwide, I know people are not going out. But even when they were going out, I would go to the parks and just do observations. And I would see parents sitting on the bench, and the kid, mom, hey, dad, can you push me on the swing? Sure, give me a minute. I sometimes would sit there and watch. It would be 15 minutes before they caught up and went and gave them a little push. Man, things are going to turn around. The kid's going to grow up. Then you're going to say, son, hey, mija, hey, can you help me? Sure, give me a minute. It's going to be 15 minutes. I think we need to help them out. I think we need to be in awareness. Napoleon Hill, in his book, Outwitting the Devil, he says we're drifters. Majority of the people are drifters. They're just drifting through life. We're drifting through life. We're not thinking. You gotta become aware. What are you doing? What are you creating? Where are you going? Be awake. And he also says it's really hard to swim against the current. Go with the current. It's a lot easier for you to do things if you go with the current. If you want to get off here, well, go up a little higher and swim towards that area and get out. But don't go to the bottom and try to swim up. It's probably going to be very hard. Now, this one, what happened with all the social networks, what happened with the social networks, we're not going to be able to go against it. It's not going to be destroyed. It's not going to be stopped. It's going to continue. What can you do? What can you do different? How can you direct it? A long time ago, we didn't have any cars. Then Ford comes around, he puts the cars, better cars. We're not going to stop the cars. We're going to continue with the cars. So what can we do? How can we do it better? How can we do it different? Tesla, awesome example. The guy says, wow, nowadays people don't have to go to the university. If they were to focus on this site and learn everything that they wanted to learn, they could be a pro, they could be an expert without having to go to the university. Now, I'm not saying don't go to the university. Go, it gives you an awareness. It allows you to be a thinker, which is awesome, being a thinker. It allows you to work with people, which is very important nowadays. You have to work with people. However, Tesla says, let's use the information for our benefit, not against us. But for the most part, the majority of the people, man, you go to restaurants or you go to parties, it's so sad. You go to parties, there's a group here, they're all on their phone, they're right here together, everyone on the phone. Man, I know that in one of my other videos, I told you that in my family, my immediate family, my kids and my wife and I, when we go to the restaurants, we have a rule, hey, put it upside down. Let's enjoy our moment. And unless you do that, unless you become aware and allow for that machine to get off your hand for a little bit, it's just going to take you over. You will be part of the addicted people that are always going to be on their phone, pushing that button. Like, it makes me think of when I was going to the university, child development majors, we get to watch, we get to learn about drugs, to know if our parents are on drugs or parents are on drugs or kids are on drugs, and we're able to spot it. And they showed us this one film of a mouse where they put the food and they put the drug. I don't know if they put the drug or they put shocks that gave the equivalency of that, whatever the drug was. I think it was cocaine. And so they put the mouse to go through the maze and go find the food. Well, it finds the food and it keeps on wandering around and it finds that little button and it pushes and it goes, it gets it, it gives it a jolt and it's like, wow, check that out. Goes back and does it again. does it again, gets hooked, gets addicted, forgets about the food. So what they're doing nowadays, 24/7, they have experts on marketing, experts on computers, experts on how people think and what they think, because they want to have you there. Because every time you push a button and an ad comes out, they're going to get paid. So the more they get you to push to a certain site, the more you get to see the picture or the video, and they're going to get paid. So man, it's scary. Just being awareness. I mean, we're not going to stop it. Use it for your advantage. Use it to move forward, but don't become a drifter and just forget about it. And don't be that like that lady in Vegas that was just basically fell asleep. Drops the phone, gets up, continues. I don't even think she knew what she was doing anymore. Okay, so look, we're gonna come to the end, but however, before we cut it, I really highly recommend you watch The Social Dilemma. Watch it with your family. Ask them, hey, do me a favor, because you know that's how it all came out. When the principal told me to go watch it, I was so impacted by the movie that I just had a birthday on October the 4th that I called my kids and I said, I know what I want for my birthday. I want us to watch a movie. And it turns out that my son Nicholas had already watched it, which made me pretty happy. Now I want to watch it with Adam and Paola, my wife. That movie is an intense movie. It's a scary movie. The Matrix is an older movie. And I mean, these guys had it right on the money. They were way before time. Whoever the author was for that movie, incredible job. People are hooked to the machines nowadays. It's not like to the extent of The Matrix or the movie The Matrix, but man, we're not far from it. And then The Terminator. And all three movies talk about how machines want to take over humanity. And I think they've pretty much done it. I mean, with everything running itself, adjusting itself, modifying it to make it better, stronger. Man, it's pretty scary. And unless we become aware of what we're thinking and what we're doing, and unless we put a halt and say, hey, I better take some time to talk to my kids and let them know that this is scary. As a teacher, let them know. As a parent, as an uncle, let them know, hey, it's better to go play soccer. It's better to go play a little baseball. It's better to do table games without the phone. Hey, let's give ourselves a little bit of time to hang out with each other. If we don't bring awareness to us and we continue the addiction and we pass it on, then they're going to continue. Eventually, people are going to go their way. You know, nowadays, there are more suicides. Nowadays, there's more loneliness. And with the filters, my goodness gracious, people don't feel good about the way they look. What do? They filter, send a picture, you finally meet them, it's like, oh, too many filters, look at that. That's dangerous, and people feel they're not up to par. Before, I remember, we needed to go out, ask a lady if she wanted to dance, you know. We'll get turned down time and, you know, here and then, but eventually we would get that hand, yeah, I'll dance with you. It felt good. Nowadays it's like, oh, I got one, let me go check it out. I say, give yourself a little bit of time and enjoy. Drop that thing for a little bit. Be in awareness, know where you're going. I highly recommend you watch these movies. Become aware. And remember, you're not gonna go against the current. You're gonna go with the current and use it for your benefit, for your family's benefit. Pass the word. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. Till next time, your friend, the ambassador of reading, Frank Quiniguez, wishing you well today and always, knowing that you will find and get what you are looking for. Thank you for watching our channel, and congratulations for making it here, where we give information that benefits the individual that's watching and their loved ones. I invite you to subscribe and be part of our channel, set the notifications, and watch the new videos. Thank you and welcome.